If you're looking for some spooky thrills and chills, there's no better nostalgic show to watch than Are You Afraid of the Dark? And in this video right here, we're gonna go over my personal top 10 list of episodes that still hold up today. These are awesome watches if you're just revisiting the series or you're trying to introduce it to someone new. These episodes are the ones to make them watch. Here we go. Number 10, The Tale of the Renegade Virus, Season 4, Episode 3. The Tale of the Renegade Virus is a chilling adventure about a boy named Simon who becomes trapped in a virtual reality game. His friend Evan, who by the way is a full-on little prick, I mean just look at that smile.
Sorry, going to the game with my girl.
Plays a prank on him, sending Simon into a nightmarish digital world controlled by a menacing virus, who is an over-the-top acting combination of Peter Dinklage and Mars Attacks. Seriously, I love this guy's laugh. This rogue virus takes on a sinister, world-dominating personality.
I blew him away. I'm a virus. That's what I do.
Wait, is he typing with gloves on? How the heck does that work? The virus comes to the conclusion the best way to take over the world is by leaving cyberspace and taking over Simon's body and mind.
I think I'm gonna enjoy being inside your brain.
Wait, hold up a minute. Is that a VGA port in Simon's hand? This will never work. The virus is trying to connect to him with a printer cable. That crazy virus. What makes this one really fun is seeing all the retro computer VR setups. Oh my god, the 90s were glorious. I mean, just look at this guy right here. It's like a cheap man's version of Beakman's World. Even with all this going on, the common threat of a computer virus is still relatable to today. And now with AI being more common than ever, this one is a fun one to watch and laugh at.
Kiss your brain goodbye.
Number 9, The Tale of the Dark Music, Season 1, Episode 11. In this tale, a boy named Andy, who I swear looks like a young John Mulaney. I mean, just look at the comparison. You can't tell me otherwise. He moves into a house with his family and discovers a strange secret hidden in the basement. Behind a mysterious door, a dark force seems to be tied to an eerie old radio or the music it plays. Whenever the music plays, the darkness comes alive, tempting Andy with promises of power and wealth.
Oh, don't stop now, son. You're almost here.
What's the matter, Andy? Don't you want to have some fun?
This one's a great watch, not only for the creepy factor, but also the funny moments. I mean, just look at this bully here. First of all, he looks like a wannabe rock star.
You mess with me, kid, and I'll deck you.
And 2, who taught this kid how to run? Oh my god, that's horrible.
You're mine!
Nobody gave this kid any direction? Number 8, The Tale of the Ghastly Grinner, Season 4, Episode 9. This is a top fan favorite, and it's really easy to see why. The Ghastly Grinner is an iconic fun design. That right there is the reason to watch. The tale follows a young comic book artist named Ethan, who accidentally brings our terrifying villain to life.
What's the matter, kids? Can't think of joke?
Our deranged jester has a sinister grin that apparently can turn people into laughing, drooling zombies with just a glance. The nostalgic fun factor on this tale is through the roof. Seeing all the comic book references and all the Are You Afraid of the Dark Easter eggs in the comic book store is just fun and funny. However, I would have to say this has some of the worst acting I've seen in this series, so you know what? Just sit back, relax, and have a little bit of fun, and maybe a laugh or two.
What's the matter, kid? You don't like to laugh?
Sorry, I don't have much of a sense of humor.
Number 7, Laughing in the Dark, Season 1, Episode 2. In this episode, a group of friends visit an eerie funhouse at a carnival called Laughing in the Dark.
Pick the right door and you'll go free. Pick the wrong door and there he'll be.
This funhouse is home to a creepy clown named Zeebo. Well, kinda creepy according to the production design. I mean, he looks more jolly than scary here.
What do you think I am, some kind of clown?
Oh damn, why wasn't that the design rather than this jolly statue? One of the boys, Josh, doesn't believe in the legend of Zeebo, a clown who supposedly haunts the funhouse.
Tell you what, Gutless. Not only am I gonna go through this whole place alone, but when I find the dummy clown, I'm gonna steal his nose.
To prove he's brave, Josh steals Zeebo's nose as a joke.
All right. Thanks, guy. You just made me a hero.
But soon after, strange and terrifying events begin to unfold, all pointing to the vengeful spirit of Zeebo the Clown, wanting his nose back. This tale is a fun watch for the great execution of the story. It starts off actually really relatable, then slowly builds up suspension. In my opinion, it's a classic Are You Afraid of the Dark episode, and it is even top rated by IMDb. This episode right here actually has full discussions going on different forums and Reddit, and it's all about the guy that runs the funhouse. People debate if he's actually Zeebo or not, or if he controls the vengeful spirit of Zeebo, or if he is the spirit of Zeebo. It's kind of fun to discuss, and if you show it to anybody, see what they have to say. But if you have an opinion, let me know in the comments down below.
It's the most fun in the park when you're laughing in the dark.
Number 6, The Tale of the Dead Man's Float, Season 5, Episode 1. The Tale of the Dead Man's Float is considered by many as the scariest episode in the entire series. A high school student named Zeke discovers an abandoned swimming pool hidden behind a wall at school. Along with his new friend Clarice, they learn that the pool was closed due to a mysterious drowning years ago. When they decide to reopen it, they accidentally awaken the terrifying spirit, a decayed, waterlogged ghost that haunts the pool. Other than the strong sense of awkward teenage angst in this episode, the monster here is the clear reason to watch this episode. It is simply awesome and still holds up as genuinely creepy today. I just want to say, bravo to the costume designer on this episode. Where were you for the rest of the series? Number 5, The Tale of the Super Specs, Season 1, Episode 6. The Tale of the Super Specs is a classic Are You Afraid of the Dark episode. Weeds, a prankster, buys his girlfriend Mary Beth a pair of X-ray Super Spec glasses as part of his April Fool's Day collection. But Weeds, being the perv that he is, has to put them on first to try them out to see that sweet Mary Beth bra.
Yowza.
Give me a break.
Nom 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 nom. I like what you got there, baby. When Mary Beth puts on the glasses, she starts to see the unseen, supernatural beings from another dimension that are hidden from the naked eye.
I saw somebody.
What makes this episode fun is when the glasses are put on, the world transforms, revealing terrifying spirits lurking in the shadows that apparently love to play hoops and wear skin-tight onesies. Would you like to support the Boys and Girls Club? The Super Specs episode is great because you genuinely take the ride with the characters on being confused with what is going on. Are you looking into the future? Are you looking into the past? Or are you looking into something more spooky? This episode is a personal favorite of mine because we are introduced to one of the best characters in the Are You Afraid of the Dark series, and that is Mr. Sardo.
It's Sardo. No Mr. Accent on the do.
Oops, sorry there, Sardo. Sardo is played by Richard Dumont, who is fantastic in this episode. In fact, he is great in every single episode he is in.
No. What you're seeing is, another dimension.
I just love how he plays this somewhat sleazy, slimy salesman. No one does it better than him, even though he kind of looks like a rejected extra for a 70s porn set.
Sardo. No Mr. Accent on the do.
Number 4, The Tale of the Phantom Cab, Season 1, Episode 1. Let me just say, Are You Afraid of the Dark hit it out of the park for their first episode. The Tale of the Phantom Cab follows two brothers who dim-wittedly get lost in the woods.
That the way you always hold it?
Yeah, so?
Your belt buckle, genius. It's metal. The needle's always gonna point to it because it's a magnet.
They come across a very unusual man named Dr. Fink.
Vink with a v.
Oops, I meant Dr. Vink. They also meet a mysterious cab driver who won't let any of his victims go unless they can solve a special riddle. I love and adore this episode, and I watch it every Halloween. I'm a fan of riddles, so it touches a fun chord with me, and I'm sure it will with you too. I just wish there were more riddles in the episode is all.
How far can you walk into the woods?
We don't want to do riddles.
This is also the introduction of a fan favorite, Dr. Vink, played by Aaron Taggart. He brings this whole character to life, and it is the main reason this episode is so good.
Something fresh. Something like this.
If you end up liking Dr. Vink, be sure to check him out in other episodes like The Tale of the Dangerous Soup. The only negative about this episode is listening to Buzz's voice.
There's trail up here! Come on!
It's so high-pitched and annoying. Clearly, his testes have not dropped yet.
Danny, what's going on? Danny!
Come on.
This one is a must-watch. Dr. Vink is so much fun, even though he's a nutbag.
And I am not a nutbag.
Number 3, The Tale of Jake and the Leprechaun, Season 1, Episode 10. Another personal favorite of mine, so no sly remarks in the comments down below, because I love this one. In this episode, a young boy named Jake, who is an aspiring young actor, is in a play where during the rehearsals, strange things start to happen.
Turn me now into a spirit bright and leave behind the human plight? What? What's happening?
He seeks the help of Sean O'Shaney to help him battle the evil ahead.
Sean O'Shaney's the name. Remember it. You might be needing me.
I don't want to give away too much here if you haven't seen the episode yet, but everything in this episode is fantastic. The high quality set production, the acting is stellar. David Steinberg, who plays Sean O'Shaney, steals the show. You get unique lighting, awesome makeup, and fantastical practical effects. Oh my god, what is going on with this dude's mustache? I mean, just look at this. When I was a kid, I thought this was a legit snake he was holding. Now as an adult, my mind kind of goes somewhere else. I personally think this episode raised the bar. It didn't treat us like young kids. They actually put real effort into making this episode, and it really shows.
I wouldn't miss it for all the suds in Dublin.
Number 2, The Tale of the Pinball Wizard, Season 1, Episode 13. Gonna be honest with you, I love video games. Clearly you can see I love them. And I even stream on Twitch sometimes, which is why this episode hits all the right notes for me. The tale is about Ross, a mischievous kid who goes to the mall where his old habits sometimes get the best of him. This story is extremely clever and action-packed. The story is great because Ross, our lead, is confused about everything that is happening around him, and we, the audience, get to take that ride with him.
Sophie?
Before you know it, we're trapped inside with robot zombies, witches, and evil executioners. It's surreal, adventurous, and it hits all the right video game vibes, making it one of the main reasons this episode has staying power. And let's not forget, our Princess Sophie is a mega 90s babe.
Not yet. There's one thing left.
And number 1, The Tale of the Midnight Madness, Season 2, Episode 2. This right here is the magnum opus of Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes, and I legitly watch it every Halloween. This spooky tale is a tribute to classic horror films. The episode focuses on a cursed film reel that brings a vampire to life. A clear homage to Nosferatu and the atmosphere make it one of the most iconic entries in the series. If you only have time to watch one episode, make it this one. The production value in this one is top notch. The movie theater location alone is stunning and gives off a creepy old deco vibe. All the harsh shadows, camera transitions, and the throwback to black and white make it eye-catching all the way through from start to finish. And of course, we can't forget our star, the vampire, which to me is one of the creepiest vampires I've ever seen. I mean, yeah, he kind of looks like a bucktooth hillbilly, but you know what? I love it. And I think it works well in the context for this episode. I imagine the vampire hasn't feasted in centuries, and thus is weak and lost some of his fangs. And of course, we also have my favorite, Dr. Vink.
Who are you?
Vink's the name. Dr. Vink.
Returning this time to play a horror movie making connoisseur whose presence conquers every scene he is in.
Old enough to know that things have changed.
Look, pal.
My films were quite popular, you know. They always had a certain magic.
His laugh alone at the end always makes me smile. You may have noticed that I didn't play too many sound bits with the video or pick on anything funny in this episode. That's because I don't want to give anything away, and it's a near perfect episode, so check it out.
Vink with a v.
All these episodes right here capture the essence of the show with their blend of supernatural elements, creepy visuals, and some surprisingly mature themes,
My grandfather died this week.
which continue to resonate with today's audience, and which is why they still hold up for fun watches.
I declare this meeting of the Midnight Society closed.
If you want to relive your nostalgic vibes and watch some Are You Afraid of the Dark, or perhaps introduce someone new to the series, at the time of recording this video, you can currently watch it on Amazon Prime and Paramount Plus. I did you a favor and put links down to the series down below. I want to take a quick moment and let you know, depending on where you watch Are You Afraid of the Dark, the seasons and episode numbers are all mixed up from the broadcast date. So if you want to watch any on this list, just search by the title. Growing up as a kid, I loved Are You Afraid of the Dark. I never missed an episode when it was on Snick. But I'm curious to know, what are some of your favorite episodes from the series? Let me know in the comments down below. And hey, while you're down there, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, because if you like this type of content, I'm gonna bring you more, so you might as well hit that subscribe button so you know when the next video drops. I'll catch you all later, and as always, look out for what's in the dark.